Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Thrive with Renee Lunch Break Conversation. My name is Renee Antoine. I am an entrepreneur. I help people protect, save, and grow the money. How are you this evening? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. And so I kindly ask that you share this live with someone so that they can also get value from this conversation. So this conversation is gonna be between you and I. Okay, so it's between you and I so that I can share with you all the three dangers of taking advice from the wrong person. Let me get closer to you guys. All right, I see you guys coming in. Come in, share this message. Give me some love, some likes, give me a comment. If you have any question, put it on the post so that I can answer your questions for you. So I can start right away. So of the three danger of taking advice from the wrong person. So the first danger is that you lose time. I'm just gonna go straight in it. You lose time. Okay, so for example, a lot of you know that I'm in the life insurance industry, so I help people protect, save, and grow the money. And then so I had a conversation with someone that I reached out to let them know about my insurance business. And then so this person tells me, well, the people at my job is telling me that they're about to cancel the life insurance because of everything that's going on with COVID. Okay, so that's basically telling me that this person is listening from the advice or from what the people that they are surrounded with are telling them. Okay, so with that being said, it's telling me three things. First of all, on the people on the job, it tells me that they don't really understand what life insurance is. They don't understand the value of it, and then they don't really understand the cost of it. Okay, so it's telling me what the person that they're taking the advice from do not know. But it's also telling me that the person I'm talking with, it tells me that they make the decision based on the people that they are surrounded with. And not only they make the decision on the people that they are surrounded with, but it also tells me that they are in the wrong circle. So the people that they are surrounded with may not be the, I guess when it comes to the finances, obviously, because at the end of the day, all of us, we are experts to some extent in our respective field. So these people, maybe they're in the medical field. Maybe they'll be the best person to listen to when it comes to, medical practices. But then when it comes to finances, they may not be the right person. So for those of you joining me live, thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. Thanks for the likes. I am Winnie Antoine. I am talking today about the three dangers of taking advice from the wrong person. And I just mentioned that the advice number one is you lose time. And I share that in a situation where somebody said, well, when I approached them about life insurance, the person said that, well, the people at my job are telling me they're about to cancel the insurance policy. Okay, so which means that those people don't really understand life insurance. Don't understand the value of it, and they don't understand, how affordable it can be. So in this situation, instead of giving advice to someone about something that this person doesn't know much of, then sit down with a licensed professional in the industry, and that licensed professional will tell you, okay, based on your situation, this is what's possible, this is what's possible, this is what we can do. Life insurance is not a one size fits all. So, with that being said, if this person wanted to sit down with me, then I would say, okay, I understand your concern in regards to cost. So term insurance is the best that you can have when it comes to cost. It is very affordable, and you can get the most bang for your buck. So on average, this is just obviously, I'm not giving you all quotes right now, but on average, somebody who is healthy and maybe who are young in their 30s, they can have life insurance from 100,000 to $300,000 on death benefit for around $30, which is $1 a day. How many of us, can put away $1 a day to have the peace of mind that, God forbid, something were to happen to us, where we were to pass away, or maybe we get sick, okay? Or maybe, I'm sorry, or we get sick, like I said, how many of us can put $1 away for that? So, with that being said, like, the cost is not an issue. The issue is, do we find value? Do we find value from the product? Because, no disrespect to anyone who's facing financial challenges, or anyone facing homelessness, or anyone, going through a hard time. All of us go through a hard time, but at the end of the day, when something matters to us, we find ways, we make sacrifices. And again, if something that's gonna give you so much peace of mind is around $1 a day, okay, most of us can, maybe don't go to that extra restaurant. Don't spend that extra dollars on. Anyway, I'm not even gonna go into that. But let's not take advice from people who are not expert in what they do, and what you learn, and what you need advice from. Okay. So number two is, I'm just giving you guys example. So number two is, I spoke with someone about life insurance, and then I mean, this person was very open, and then they were open to learning, which was great. And then I taught them, this is what it is, this is how it benefits you, the whole shebang. But this person went to the family member, and the family member said, well, why don't you just put the money in the bank? Okay. So again, that means that this person does not really understand what life insurance is, the purpose of life insurance, and why it's important. And then, so when we don't know about something, let's not give advice about it. Okay. And then, so it is important to save. I am not saying don't save. Saving is important. Okay. But at the same time, if you put your money in the bank right now, and then typically they say, typically the problem with saving is that we are not consistent with it. One, and then two, is very accessible to us. Most of the time it's accessible to us. This is me coming from a banking background. I work in the bank for 8 years. Typically people don't really save money because it's very accessible. They take it out as needed, okay, whenever they feel like it. So if this person really wanted the family member to save, then they would have actually sat down with me or with an agent to find out a product that allows this person not only to have protection in the event life were to happen, because life always happen, but then in addition to that, if they want them to save, then we will consider a policy that's called ROP, which stands for return of premium. So return of premium policy, which a lot of companies are offering now, says that, if you have a term policy maybe for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, and it's a return of premium, which means that while that time frame that you'll have this policy, like I said, whether it be 10 years or 20 years or 30 years, within that time frame, if God forbid something were to happen to you, obviously, your family will have the money to take care of your final expenses, and then also to replace the economic value that you are providing to the family. Okay. But at the end of the day, though, let's say you had that policy And then during that time frame, which is the term, then nothing happens to you, then at the same time, all of the premium, all of the payment you've been making, you get it all back. So technically, it is a savings account with an added benefit of life insurance. So, so this person now, is, I guess, uncover right now because of bad advice. Because of bad advice, it is dangerous because now the problem is that is you losing time and now you losing money. Okay, and then the danger number one is you lose time, and then the danger number two is that technically you are losing money because a lot of time we say we're gonna save, but we really don't save. And then now, if this person was to have that policy that I mentioned, which is a return of premium, not only it has the death benefit, it also have the living benefits, which mean that while they're living, if God forbid they were to get sick with a terminal illness, a chronic illness, or with critical illness, they can reach out to the insurance company or the insurance agent and say, I've been diagnosed with this type of illness. Okay, I would like to have access to some of the money in my insurance policy so that maybe I cannot go to work right now. I can continue to pay for my bills. Okay, or maybe my health insurance doesn't cover all the expense for my, I guess, for my treatment, therefore I need access to some money. And then so if instead this person was just putting the money in the bank, not an insurance policy, okay, with living benefits, they were just putting it in the bank, they will not be able to go to the bank and ask for like a death benefit, okay, or a living benefit, because your bank account do not have living benefits. So the return of premium will have both the living benefits where you can access money while you are alive, and then that's accessing the death benefit of it while you are alive, okay, and then it's also, if nothing happened to you, you get that money back. And then so that is unfortunate that this person went and tell and give advice that they know nothing about, and now potentially can keep this person uncovered. And then if life were to happen to them, at the end of the day, they're gonna be in this trouble by themselves, because everybody have their own life to take care of. And so if you are giving people advice, but make sure that when life happens, that you are actually there for them, to help them, to support them, because at the end of the day, they could have had proper protection, but because you deter it from them, now they don't anymore. So last is you lose option. Okay. So the third danger is you lose options. So at the end of the day, the life insurance industry is evolving just like every industry. Most thing that people know about life insurance is that it 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 helps your loved one. It helps your loved one if you were to pass away. But just like now we have the smartphone. We used to have the what do you call it, the cord phone, and then we went to the cordless phone, and now it's the cell phone, and now it's a smartphone. Okay, life insurance has evolved. So with that being said, there's a company out there that only sell people term life insurance, even though they sell it in a way that they say it's like permanent, but technically it's not permanent, because the price is gonna go up so high that at the end of the day, the person is gonna end up having to cancel it because it's technically not affordable. Okay, so in the beginning, insurance is insurance, so it is good to have. So this company is offering insurance, but then on the downside is there is no option. It's like a one size, kind of solution, which is not always good for everyone. Okay, so if you only have an insurance policy that only protect you or protect your loved one if God forbid you were to pass away. Okay, yes, I applaud you for even having insurance because most people do not understand the value of it. But I also want you to go one step ahead and make sure that you have an insurance policy that helps solve the three problems that people have. Okay, so typically the three problems that insurance solves is that one, if you pass away too soon. Okay, all of us know that if you pass away too soon, the insurance company will help your family to pay for your final expenses, and then depend on how much of the insurance that you have, it's gonna help to continue to provide the economic benefit that you are providing to your family. So it's never gonna replace you, but it can replace. It has a potential to replace the economic value that you bring to your household. Number two, insurance help you, again, like I said, if you get sick. Okay, most people do not know that. If you get a chronic illness, a terminal illness, a critical illness, you can, depending on your company, depending on your policy, you can access up to 95% of that policy so that you can continue to live a life of dignity, so that you can continue to pay your everyday expenses, or you can be in charge of the legacy that you are gonna leave while you are alive. And the third thing that insurance solves is that, yes, people are afraid of dying, but they are also afraid of living too long and not having enough money to sustain them during the old ages. So a lot of us, we know obviously of social security. I work at the bank, so people social security benefits is around 1,200, 1,300 a month. Typically, the social security comes today. By the next day, it is done. It is over with, and thus just waiting for the next month. Nobody wants to live like that. So, as a solution, there's a type of life insurance that gives the death benefit. Okay, it has the living benefits, but it also have cash value. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you investment advice. I am only telling you about the type of value that insurance have. Okay, so the cash value is basically, it's a way that when you pay your premium, yes, a portion of that premium is paying for the death benefit, but it portion of that premium is also being saved as well, and it is growing. So therefore, down the road, you have this money tax free. Okay, depend on how you withdraw it. Okay, so that you can use it if you want to pay for your kids education, maybe you want to start a business, or maybe you want to keep it to supplement your income. Okay, so these are the solution that life insurance offer. So with that being said, if somebody is not in the industry, they don't have a license, because we do need, to be licensed with the state to be able to talk to people about this type of solutions. Don't go out there listening to everybody, who's not in the field, who just have opinions, okay, and who's giving you bad advice. So listening to the bad advice will have you, make you lose time, because now the best, as a matter of fact, the best time somebody can have life insurance is when the newborn, and that means 15 days old. As soon as a kid is 15 days old, they technically can get life insurance, because now they have a social security number. So that means that the insurance is gonna be so much cheaper than if you were to wait while they're older. Okay, and then at the same time too, life happen, people get illnesses, things happen. But if you had your life insurance prior to the illness, they cannot go back and say, well, now you got sick, you cannot have this. No, once you have it, it's locked in. Okay, as long as you continue to pay your premium, nothing can change that. And in addition to that, and in some policy, depending on what I talked about how, the term is affordable, Anybody can have that. On average, it's about $1 a day. And really, $1 a day shouldn't break the bank for anybody. There is no reason that we should be out here with no life insurance when it's so affordable. And then, so going back to term life, even though you have that, that's what you can afford, and that's at that time, start with it. Most company down the road, if your financial situation change, and then you can say, well, I want to convert it with a permanent. The good thing about that conversion option is that your conversion is now based on your health status when you originally got the policy the first time around. Okay, and then, so like I said, the best time is when you are younger. So someone is saying the best time to have life insurance is yesterday, but then the second best time is today. If you're waiting for tomorrow, tomorrow is not for you. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know if you're gonna get a sickness, because now your insurance depends on your health. If your health change, and now you may not have the policy that you want, okay, or that you need, because you were waiting. And if you are taking advice from people who's not in this field, I'm telling you, don't do it, because at the end of the day, it's you losing time, you losing money, and it's not for your best interest. You don't have the peace of mind that you need. So I'm not even gonna just keep talking to you all. I appreciate all of you being here. I'm just gonna share my screen with you all to show you exactly what I am talking about. Uh, it is the holiday season. I know that we're just thinking about holiday right now, buying people's gifts and everything, spending money here and there. But I promise you all, the best gift for you to give your loved one and your family is the gift of peace of mind. If you can give yourself and your loved one the gift of peace of mind, because at the end of the day, the people who are giving you bad advice that you are listening from them, when life happens, it's not gonna be on them. It's just gonna be on you, and it's gonna be on your family. They're not gonna go and sacrifice for you. They're not even gonna remember that they're the one who give you the bad advice uh, in the first place. So do what's best for you. When you have a question about anything, reach out to people who are in the field. Don't just listen from everybody who have opinion. Okay, so I'm just gonna share something with you all right now. Thank you, babe. So this is how you are gonna find out the importance of life insurance. Okay, this website is called GoFundMe. Most people know of this website, and then so I'm not gonna tell you guys about it. So this website, originally the purpose of it was to help people fund businesses. Okay, it was to help people fund businesses so they can start and launch a business. But what it's mostly known for now, it's to help to fund funeral expenses and medical expenses. And the reason that it become, such a popular site for funeral expenses and medical expenses is there are people out there giving bad advices. When we don't know something, I mentioned before, okay, ask the right individual. Don't just take advice from anybody. So if I were to type funeral right there, I hope you guys can see this. I'm just gonna, yep, okay. If I were to type funeral, okay, to do a search, let me make sure I don't put people's face, okay, there. No, let me stop that because I don't want to put people's face. I just wanted to show you guys the search, but it doesn't look like I can do that without. Okay. All right. Anyway, if you go to the site GoFundMe and you type funeral or you type medical causes, you're gonna see why this industry is so important. This industry is important because there's so much misinformation, there's so much lack of knowledge, there's so many people giving bad advice and bad opinion, which leaving people uncovered. And that way, when life happens, they have to go asking for help from GoFundMe because they didn't have an agent, or maybe they had somebody giving them bad advice. So that means that this holiday season, know that it's time for us. This new year is gonna come to not just be taking advice from people, who's not like in the field. Reach out to an individual who has a license in the industry who can help you. And then also, we need more people who can go educate the community. The more people that can help educate the community, the better it is for our community, the better that we can leave legacy, the better that we can have peace of mind, the better that our loved one can be protected. And then, so with that being said, if with everything that's going on with COVID, if entrepreneurship is right for you, you want to be in part of the $63 trillion industry, because as long as people, continue to pass away, unfortunately, or people continue to give birth, there will always be a need for this industry. So this industry is essential, okay? It is recession proof, it is pandemic proof, and to tell you the truth, it is very lucrative. So with that being said, my name is Winnie Antoine. I hope that you got a little bit of knowledge from this live. I hope that it was valuable for you. I'm going to leave you with a quote that says, "He who walks with wise men will be wise. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed. He who walks with wise men will be wise, but the companion of fools will be destroyed." And so, by any means, I'm not calling anybody a fool, okay? But it is very foolish when you don't know about something that you go and give advice about it. It is so foolish to give advice on something you do not know about, because now you're leaving people with bad advice, which will potentially hurt them physically and financially. So with that being said, I encourage you all. Even me and my profession, I am not saying that I'm an expert. I know it all. That's why I still work with some client specialists for when I have a question that I don't have the answer to. And if you reach out to any, even if you talk to me, whenever I have a client that asks me a question that I don't know, I would reach out to one of the client specialists and I will say, this so and so says this and that. And then I will say, well, I don't know. Okay, but I will find out for you. It is okay. I'm not saying that we have to know everything, we have to be expert in everything. But then let's not be foolish and giving advice on things that we do not know about. And on the vice versa, let's not be foolish and seeking advice from people who uh who may not have who may not be in the field of what we need advice from. So if my car right now, if there's a light warning in my car, I am not gonna call my physician and let them know, well, my car light is on. No, I am going to contact the mechanic. Okay, if I'm not feeling well, I am not going to call the mechanic, I am going to call the physician. So it is the same thing when it comes to finances. Let's be smart, okay? Let's be smart, let's be responsible, and let's ensure that we protect ourselves, we protect our loved one. Yes, go ahead and spend money this holiday if that's what you choose to. Okay, if that's what you choose to do, you wanna show your family that you love them, go ahead and do that. But also give them peace of mind, give yourself peace of mind. Make sure that this year is the last year you're gonna go without having proper independent life insurance. And I say independent because having life insurance only at your job is not the same thing as having one that you own and then that you pay, and then like nobody can cancel it. As long as you pay your premium, you keep that policy. But when it's your job only, once you leave that job, you may not have this policy anymore. So that's it for now. My name is Winnie Antoine. I am an entrepreneur in the financial services industry. I help people protect, save, and grow their money. But at the end of the day, I help people be part of this industry so that they can also go and educate their family and educate their community so that GoFundMe is not the go-to when it comes to funerals expenses and when it comes to medical expenses. Life insurance is the answer. That's it for now. Winnie Antoine signing out. One love. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it.